Welcome to the first episode of my Tea with Tea. And today we're talking about a very relevant topic, and that is education, especially in line with Mandela Day. Now, Madiba had a very common quote that he used: education is the very powerful tool for changing the world. So today my first guest is Claudina from Share, and she is the representative of Skills Passport. Claudina, please tell us a little bit more about yourself and about Skills Passport.
Talita, I have quite a diverse life, but one of my highlights, and I still say my biggest drive, or my biggest what I'm doing every day, is being a facilitator now in audiences. But I think I always say my give back project will always be youth, and especially the youth unemployment. And this has been sparked by one of my greatest mentors, Dr. Lynette Hatting, who gave me the opportunity to go and do career guidance in the rural schools.
Sure.
And when I start seeing what's happening there and how our education system currently looks like, I've realized that this education that Mandela referred to is non-existent.
Yes.
But it is a keep on in a revolving process if somebody is not going to do something about this.
Yes.
But as you can know, time goes and careers go, and the IT and our technology have up. We now don't do career guidance in schools anymore. We are two gentlemen that have now created a phenomenal platform with the driver, who is Lynette Hatting, Dr. Lynette Hatting still, and they now make it tech friendly, and now we can put this in the hand of every child at their homes, on their phones. So they do not have to be in the school, we do not have to try and find space. And I think my involvement with Skills Passport have given me the purpose now to drive. And I say, my saying and what I'm living for is that unemployment under our youth can be addressed if we just can give them proper career guidance. And this is exactly what Skills Passport is doing.
Knowledge is key.
So knowledge is key, and even with education, if you don't have the best education in your school system, and we know the school system is not all there, at least if you know there's options with your limited amount of education, that there's still routes.
There's options.
Let us be honest, at this current case, there's about 1.2 million learners every year that apply to universities, and the universities only have space for 202,000. My question is, where does the million
Where did they go to?
Because their dreams were to be in a university. And I think what's so profound of why I love what I do and what Skills Passport is offering is to say, okay, that was option A.
Yes.
Let's look at what's B, C, D, E, and F. You do not have to anymore just look at your marks and what you have and not have.
And the basic options that we think as the norm. So many other different choices.
Exactly. If you ask the average matric learner at this stage, they possibly can give you 25 careers.
Yes.
A doctor, engineer, maybe.
The general
things.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they do not know that can almost access 44,000 types of careers.
Wow. Imagine if we knew that.
Imagine we knew that. But here's a clincher. Is that 50% of the careers they are going to work in does not exist yet. Yes. So that is also profound.
That's very true, because from where we started, I mean, in my 18s, 19s, there were different type of careers that I could choose off from now, and that's even have changed since then and now. So I can just imagine what the future holds.
I don't want to give my age away, but I'm going to say this quickly. When I was in school still, there was not even computers yet. Now, today, I'm working with a laptop, I'm working with a cell phone, I cut videos like this.
AI.
And the day when I had to choose subjects in grade 9, none of this existed.
Yes.
And today we sit, and I'm sitting in front of a video camera, cell phone, doing this, and I didn't even know that in grade 9. And the same is going to happen with the grade 9s currently, grade 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s.
Yeah.
Interesting fact, Talita.
It's an ever-changing world. So
Yeah.
I know grade 9s, it's a very important grade, but why is it so important for subject choices in grade 9 already?
Grade 9s needs to make a subject choice which forms the foundation of their career.
Yes.
By making these choices does have an influence on the rest of their career. And at that stage, they do not even are mature enough to realize or understand the consequences of what they decide.
Yeah.
So they utilize parents, listen, you will have a good career and you become this limited career option on the one side.
Yeah.
Or they take subjects what their friends take because they like it. Or they take subjects of the teacher they like currently in the site. But what is so important is if this foundation is not right, to try and change it when you get to grade 11, 12. Or the hardships that we see with our grade 12s, that they so badly thought they had chosen the correct careers and they now try and apply for a future, they already made a mistake there. So it's absolutely a pivot moment for any parent and child to know what they choose and what is out there.
Yeah, now I can talk out of experience. If I knew I had these options then to go and study and all of these subject choices, I would have been in a whole different career. So I landed up going to study something because I didn't know I had other choices and because I was limited to the subjects that I chose. So it's such a great initiative that you've started, and the Skills Passport, it's amazing.
I love it. If I look at my own life, I started out as a fashion designer. Then I had a bit of French cooking. Then I went into a next career, and here I sit today. I'm a facilitator, I'm a coach, etc., etc. I changed quite a bit of my vision. And just interesting, they say that the generations that are coming through into the workplace will change careers 63 times.
63 times. Oh my goodness.
So the days of you study for something and you are going to be that for the rest of your life is over. And that is where I want to go into the myth that parents have. I don't know if you find some confusion. Parents have certain rules and regulations. My parents had. They believed I had to do some things.
It was in our age and day and age, it was biology, maths and science. You had to take those subjects.
Because then you can go anywhere and everywhere. And I think I first of all want to say this. If your child definitely are talented and have the ability to do math, let them do math.
For sure.
Because there's legs for it. But if your child is really struggling and you have still the belief that if my child doesn't have math, there is no opportunities for them, that is not true. That is absolutely a myth that you must have math to get somewhere. Yes, to get into engineering and to get into doctor and do that. But to become a normal entrepreneur or a plumber or electrician, a craftsman, does not necessarily require those skills. I think that is a big myth that we want to say with parents. And then the other myth is a lot of the parents have this idea that their child needs to become a certain something.
The persona of something.
And let me share with you, there's a university currently that is opening where they train children and learners to do plan games. To work on websites. To play D&D games, if you don't know what's D&D, but they are a study to do all of these arty-farty careers where parents say, listen, there's no money in gaming, you just want to sit in front of a computer and gaming. There's actually a university that train them to become people that's efficient in these careers. And those are careers parents immediately shoot out of the water and say, no, my child not doing it, you go and study something proper. And now you force these children
that
normally
are so creative
because they cannot do it. And at the end of the day, all we are creating in the first year in university, within the first 6 months, of that 202,000 that started, if we must give you the shocking figures of how many of them fall out, due to the fact that they go and study now what is being told and not what they love, and they don't make it.
I was one of them. first 6 months, I fell out of university because I went to go study something that I went for an IQ test, for the normal general IQ test, and what they told me there, that is what I went and studied, which was not me at all. So I fell out, and then I went to go and study beauty therapy, dermatology, and then from there I changed careers. I'm now in accounting at a tourism industry, completely out of my comfort zone, and that's like you said, you change. It's an ever-evolving world, but I'm one of those statistics.
Yeah, and that is what I want to say. I just want to mention something about the IQ test. IQ test, and a lot of the tests that parents do with their children, focus mostly on the cognitive abilities.
Because we want to know the difference between your IQ test and the skills passport test.
Skills passport test is more a narrative test. Now, what do we mean by narrative testing? We're testing the whole person. We're not just focused on one area. And part of a narrative test is you don't need a psychometrist to necessarily do the test. You can do the test, the teachers can do the test. It's very explainable. What we test the child's interest. What is their true interest? Then we test the child's personality. There's 6 personalities. If your personality doesn't fit your career, you're going to wake up every morning and be frustrated in your career. Because then you need to do something that doesn't fit your personality.
You're not going to be happy. It's not your passion.
It's not your passion. And then I think the most powerful part that we test is not necessarily the academic results on the report. We test their verbal, non-verbal and numeric skills. And we measure them against all the grade 9s, 10s, 11s and 12s of South Africa. And then see how they are performing against that, not just looking at the report. And based on those 3 skills, plus the personality and interest, then the platform guides them to say, choose from these 10 career areas, these 76 fields, and then all of the jobs that's out there.
And so what I take from this is it's very much more personalized.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main differences. And will it also guide you to which university or college they can go to, and what they all do after that, what careers they can follow? It will give you all of that advice.
Yes, what's amazing, if you're on the platform, you do the test, and then we literally say, okay, you click on the engineering, for instance. You click on engineering, and then there's a video that tells you what is engineering about. Then you say, what career fields are under engineering, for instance? Okay, we look at the mechanical engineer or the robotic engineer, and you click on the mechanical engineer, and immediately there's a video that takes you to the workplace, show you what the mechanical engineer is doing at the workplace, so that you can see I don't like it or like it. So that's part of the platform. We have about 780 careers that we have loaded on the platform. We cannot do the 44,000 yet. There's too much data. And then on top of that is, if you have done the test, you can say, okay, this is the career. Let's see where we can study. You click, and when you click, all the universities, TVET colleges that are listed are immediately there for you with the link that takes you directly to that university, so that you can see the qualifications. And so you have a one-stop shop in one setting, and that is all the wealth of information that I have at the fingertips.
And is it only for South Africa or international?
What we've done, the majority of the work is done in South Africa, but we are branching out into Africa at the moment. We already have started some of the African countries, so I want to pretty much say we are Africa continent ready with the platform that we have.
That's beautiful. I mean, we're all about proudly South African and supporting our own and our own development skills that we are doing. So this is great, and I mean, we want to empower the youth of South Africa.
Yes, and that is what we're also concerned about, because currently, according to statistics, we have a 62.4% unemployment under our youth.
And and this is why this is so important, because they need the guidance to know where they need to go to and what their capabilities are.
Yeah, and that is for our grade 9s and 10s. They properly need the subject choices in the beginning. But I also want to bring our focus to grade 10 and 11 and 12. There the focus should be and say, okay, you've already chosen your subjects now, you can't change it. So with your subjects that you do have, which possibly can be a restriction, we cannot wipe out the past. Let's see, with your personality, with your interests and the subjects that you have, with all of your numeric skills, let us look at what is available for you. And then say, okay, here's plan A.
Yes.
Because we make them choose 5 different careers in the test. So if one doesn't work out, they still have 4 to choose from.
Sure.
And what's so wonderful is the report is on their fingerprints.
Yeah,
They can show their parents.
Yes.
Their parents can work the journey with them. So they have a very clearer, or they have much more clearer idea to do it. So if we could just have this opportunity on every cell phone, I think that would be great, and it makes a huge difference.
Education will change the world.
Exactly. And I just want to say something about AI. A lot of we get questions now is, how is AI going to influence the career world?
Especially with this ever-changing world.
Yes.
It will definitely have an impact.
Definitely have an impact. And actually, AI is going to make some of our careers absolute.
Yes.
So what is also nice about the platform, when you click on the platform and you're at the universities, we also have a button or a question where you can click on, where it asks, how is this career going to be influenced by AI? And then the learner can see, yes, it is or not. We even have that information for them to see, do they put all their dreams into something that is not going to happen? They also have access to that information. Wow. It's phenomenal.
It is. It's a phenomenal platform. So tell me, Claudina, how do you get access to that, and what is the cost? And is there a cost involved?
Yes. There's definitely a cost involved. Access is very easy, and I think with your TNT assistance, a link gets sent to a parent or a child, a parent, and simply the learner will click on the link. They will register, take them to the test, they have access to the platform for life, and with all of the bells and whistles that I just spoke about.
Yes.
Currently the license is going for 399 Rand only. Why I say only, the average, if you look at really psychometric testing, parents spend between 2,500 to 9,500 Rand to help their children or learners to get to the right subjects.
And 399 Rand for investing in your child's future is absolutely nothing.
That is that. So don't think because the price is only that. Part of Dr. Lanette's vision is she said, listen, I want it in every child's hand, and I want to make it affordable for everybody to have. Because we all thought, but it is such a great tool, charge. She said, no. That's my vision, and as the creator and mother of the birth of this, I want it affordable, and that's why it's so affordable, to honor her vision that she is having.
Such a great opportunity. So it is 399 Rand.
Yes.
Now, as part of our Bushwiffer Foundation, and I'm going to reach out to the corporates and anybody that is willing to donate. Please listen, we are going to sponsor 2 children, and if we can do more, then we will, to actually go onto the Skills Passport system so that we can assist those children to see where they want to go and assist them with their career guidance. And I truly hope that we can do more than 2 children.
Thank you so much, Talita. We appreciate it. I know it sounds like only 2 children, but do you know a child have an influence over 5 generations? Do you know, as you're sitting here, you have an influence in 5 generations? So if one of those children can be touched by your good gesture, they actually be making them ready to have a great influence on 5 generations which they will touch. So there's not every license. Don't see it as one, see it as generations that we are busy changing. So thank you so much for your offer.
It's only a pleasure, and if we can do more, and if we can get more corporates on board and to donate to our Bushwiffer Foundation, we can help so many more.
It would be fantastic, so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for Claudina for being on my first ever episode of Tea with Tea. We are definitely going to have a second episode where we're going to show you how the system works with our 2 learners. Claudina, thank you so very much for being here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
Yes. Thank you, Talita. I just want maybe to end up with one message. If you want to equip our youth and your learners as a parent, don't prepare them to find the job for life. Prepare them and guide them to get skills of being adaptable to change.
Skills for life. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So please remember to like, share and follow all of my social media pages, and also go and have a look at our Bushwhisper Foundation, which you will find on www.bushwhisper.co.za. See you soon.